Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, call me the Dream Believer, because that's who I am. And you thought that I only have Doki Doki or Ley Line? No, definitely not. I need more of this because I'm so dang. I love anime so much. I don't know how about you, but Gamers Infinite Stratos or Maid-sama. There was something. Kaichu wa Maid-sama, I guess, something like that. Amazing. You have to, well, let me, I'm gonna get the name of this anime, however, Kaichu wa Maid-sama. That's the name of it. So welcome to Hoshizora no Memoria, Wish Upon a Shooting Star. This game has 7 different endings. And well, we have to choose between girls, something like that. We gonna go our path through this game, and then we have to choose throughout this game with which girl we fall in love, something like that. I'm not sure, but I'll read it about it a little bit. So, and don't get me wrong, if I got my head is straight, but my eyes are looking down on the screen, and I read it like that. So don't get me wrong about that. It's because I got a stiff neck. I had some neck problems, and yeah, my muscularity was a little bit stiff, so it's a little bit healthier for me for now. Enough of talking, let's get into the game. I love that girl. A non-romantic sort of love, yet all the same, a love so true. Admittedly, though, the memories I have of the time we spent together are now blurred here and there, comparable to what it's like when looking through a foggy window. While I wasn't truly in love with her back then, like the kind you see in movies and TV shows, I still regarded the feelings I had for her as love nonetheless. If I were to present any sort of tangible proof to attest to that, it would have to be the fact that I shared my first kiss with that girl despite only being in elementary school. To this very day, I can still vividly remember the warm sensation of her lips from that time. So there can't be any denying that the kiss we shared was a genuine one. Back then, she and I were really quiet. The precocious pair. Precocious or something like that, I guess. Enough to even confuse a mere peck on the forehead for a real adult kiss. Yes, we might have exchanged what we had both believed to be a genuine kiss back then, but regardless, there had undoubtedly been no romantic feelings behind it. Which is why, to this day, I can still say that I had yet to fall in love. Are you sure that there are no feelings? I guess there are some feelings. I mean, romantic feelings. There were some romantic feelings. Maybe somewhere deep inside of you. I just simply have a certain fondness for that girl, that's all. I fervently believe that during these last few years, my feelings for her have avoided blurring, even if everything else hasn't. They all alone remain still vivid and alive deep within my heart. So wait, well, that I can hear a little bit better. So, because the headset is isolating my voice so hard, and I have to hear myself as well a little bit. Accordingly, now that I'm finally back in my hometown, after all those years away, there's one thing that trumps everything else standing at the very top of my to-do list. That is, of course, to see her again. I'm hoping it will be tearful and touching, the kind of reunion people dream of. On that note, I have even brought some eye drops with me. I'm the kind of guy who likes to come prepared. If I do end up using them, I think the most critical thing will be finding a way to apply them without her catching me. However, If I actually do end up crying genuinely tears by some turn-off events, I guess I'll then have to worry about keeping my cool as best as possible while slyly remaking, oh, these are just fake, while pulling out these eye drops. I love this music, so relaxing, so amazing, touching, emotional. Nice. Of course, there is no way I will get legitimately start crying though, right? Our relationship might have gone as far as us kissing on the forehead, but still, from any standpoint, the idea that the two of us might experience our real, first lip-to-lip kiss on our reunion day is stretching reality a little bit. And just in case anyone thinks otherwise, I'm not secretly hoping for that to happen. If you say so. Oh no. Wait. So these are two texts that we missed. Sorry. Feelings of both anticipation and anxiety rise inside me, alternatively mixing with one another. Since all I have is her name, no contact information or anything of the sort, my plans to reunite with her actually hit somewhat of a roadblock. Since all I have is her name. Oh. It goes without saying that any sort of method, such as giving her a call or whatnot, it's obviously out of the question, which is why I am strolling through the town on my own 2 feet at present. As I'm walking, I found myself hit by feelings of both surprise and emptiness, alike while I scry through my pearls, memories of the past, and compare them to the present. On the one hand, this takes me back like, man, this hill sure is long, just as I remember. But at the same time, my mind is also telling me it is actually kind of shorter compared to my childhood days. Thoughts like that swirl around in my mind, while I simultaneously try to envision what she would look like now, all grown up. What would she look like? And hope that maybe that incessant energy of hers has toned down a bit. I find myself engulfed in the strong sense of conviction that no matter what, I will find her. Regardless of the fact that I don't know her contact information, not even where she lives. Regardless even the fact that the one and only piece of information I possess is her name. We will get to reunite, no matter what. I love that. Somewhere deep down, I just know it. As for where this strange sense of confidence is coming from, at this very moment I am heading towards the place where we promised to meet again. It was way back when I became friends with her just a young, innocent boy. Back then, she and I had our own special place. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's her. Oh, she's cute. It's hard to copy the voices. Oh, but never mind. I just make it. You know how I make it. So never mind. I'm just gonna continue. This is it, Yukon. The place she brought me to was magnificently bright. It was almost enough to blind me. By the way, sorry, but enemies are just amazing. I mean, especially the love stories. I don't know what about you, but hey, come on, a man can also have feelings, right? A man wouldn't be a man without feelings. Come on, you should have a heart. I mean, those romantic, it's amazing. A sea of light spread out before me, comprised of both those from the town below and those from the sky above. The dots of light numbered far too many to even count. This is Hibarigasaki, look out. The sun had completely set, with the sky now colored in a deep blue hue. That may have been why the sky felt so awfully vast to me. And you wanna know something cool? This place here gives you the best view in all of Hibarigasaki. Oh really? I mean, don't you think so too? With how pretty the stars are? Yeah. Feels like you could touch one if you reached your hand out far enough. It really does. Those twinkling shiny diamond-like specks set into the endlessly vast and bright night sky stood out so very clearly it seemed like they were hanging down from the sky, reaching right before us. Yet she and I both knew there was no way we could hope to ever touch those stars. No matter how much we stretched our backs and hands, we were effectively just suspending our fingers aimlessly in the nothingness of the air. Yet even despite that, we stretched our hands up farther and farther still, yearning to reach those beautiful majestic diamonds. Which one do you want, Yukun? I like that one, right there. The bluish white star, that's really shiny. Vega, a star in the constellation Lyra, or Vega. It was the star that represented the Tanabata legends Orihime. I would kinda like to have that long white thingy. How come? It kinda looks like bright bread, don't you think? I think you're the first person I've ever heard call the Milky Way that. Oh, the Milky Way. So that's what it's called? You didn't know that. Got a problem with that? No, not really. You sure know a whole lot though? That means you will get the chance to be a telescope in the future. I don't think I want to be that. Thinking back now, she didn't really know much of anything about constellations, but nevertheless, the stars were something she truly and honestly loved. I, on the other hand, didn't particularly care for them either way, though since we covered a bit of astronomy in my science class at school, it wasn't too difficult to teach her about some of the more well-known constellations. That bluish white one you were talking about, where is it? It's right over there. I don't see it. It's a star right on the top of the flat bread. Ah, it's this one. That one there? Yeah, I think you got the right one. Hey. How come you picked the one right above mine? I don't see what's bad about it. She's like, there, just take that one. Not this star, take this star. She's so beautiful. There, just take that one. See, it's right below mine. It's bluish white too, and it's also really sparkly. Altair, a star in the constellation Aquila. It was also the star referred to as Hikoboshi in the Tanabata legend. So nice. Being the nice person I am, if you don't want it, I'll be willing to compromise and give you the bright one to the left. See? The star, hidden right smack inside the fried bread. Oh, I know that one. That's dinner. Huh? Dip? Oh, not deep. But not the nap. It's part of the constellation Cygnus, also known as the Swan. What weird name that thing. Anyway, let me show you something cool. If you take the 2 stars I told you about just now and this one, and then connect the dots between them, look, they form a triangle. Wow, they really do. Yeah, I call that the summer triangle. Yukun, you just know everything, don't you? Most of the stuff I just find in my science textbook. Didn't you guys go over it too? Got a problem with that? No, not really. But really, you're so smart. Yeah, I always score higher than all the other kids in my grade level. It's being a big show of all you ever do. I'm sorry. You're a real egghead if you ever seen one. If I got you upset, I'm sorry, really. Oh no, I'm not upset. Nope, not a bit. Not one bit, I mean, sorry. It's just a little frustrating, you know? I mean, like, I'm supposed to be the more grown-up one, and yet I just look like a big doofus compared to you. She was older and in age than me. I never saw her at school, but as a kid back then I made sense of that in my mind, but by just attributing it to something like her class being on a different floor. Since obviously she would have been in a higher grade than me. It was always after school was over that the 2 of us would meet. I would make my way home upon school letting out. I would instead immediately go and hang out with her. Though, funnily enough, I actually don't remember where I used to go in order to meet up with her. Even worse, I don't even remember how we get to know each other in the first place either. I wondered what time it is. Beats me. Don't you have to go home? It's pretty dark out. Want me to walk you home? You're quite the gentleman. Just curious, but have you ever kissed anyone before? What's that? You're a smarty pants when it comes to the stuff we learn at school, but anything other than that, you're a real dummy. You think? Close your eyes for a second. What for? Just do it. You're kinda giving me a bad feeling about this. Nothing to be scared of. Nope, nothing to be scared of at all. That's not very reassuring. Putting on a slightly pouty expression, she then continues. Just close your eyes already. What? Are you telling me you're not gonna listen to your big sis? Thinking back now, she herself most likely didn't know much about romance either. So it was also highly unlikely that she would be in love with me. Look, what I'm getting at is, I'm gonna give you my first kiss. Being the older one, she always acted like that. She wanted to be the big sister, dote on me. And above all, prove to the egghead me that she was the more mature one. And since it's a little bit embarrassing, gotta close your eyes. Albeit puzzled and a little anxious too, I did as she said. However, for a short while following, time simply passed and nothing came of it. You can't open your eyes. Not just yet, okay? I suppose hearing how close she had been to me from her words had set my heart racing. I'm never playing with you ever again if you open your eyes. At that time, her voice sounded different from usual, but back then, the young me wasn't quite able to pinpoint what exactly was so different about it. And it was a half positive that I still wouldn't be able to even now. Shortly after she said that, I felt a light sensation on my forehead. It was a giggle that contained a hint of embarrassment, as well as a sense of triumph. Count to 60, and then after that, you can open your eyes again. After counting all the way to 60, I opened my eyes. Hey, to my surprise, she was nowhere to be seen. She had just up and vanished in the meantime. I was frightened beyond belief. I shouted out her name, but ultimately to no avail. To make matters worse, I only followed her here, so I had no idea how to get back. Oh, dude. Thus I sat there and cried that entire night until someone found me the following morning while walking their dog. I couldn't remember how she and I first got to know each other. However, I did know that ever since that day when she showed me the lookout, we frequently met up there. Whenever I wanted to play with her, I would head straight there, to the place which offers the best view of the night sky on all of the town. We would meet up around evening and spend time together as the sun was beginning to set, and into the arrival of nightfall when the stars came into view. We would gaze up together at those twinkling dots, their brightness mesmerizing to such an extent that it made us reach out, wanting to seize them. Beautiful. Is that her? This can't be her. I mean, she had orange eyes, right? And white hair. This one is blonde blue eyes. I don't think that's her. Is she about skipping circle activities today? Or could this be her? Maybe she cutted her hair and get another color? I don't know. But the eyes aren't orange. The eyes are more brown, more like brown. We're gonna find it out. What activities all we do is basically sit on our butts the whole time, since we can't get permission to use the rooftop. I'm seriously about to die if I don't get to do some stargazing soon. A loud voice drew me out of my trip memory lane and pulled me back to reality. So cool. Seeing as a student council treats the astro circle as a thorn in their side, it's not an all too surprising outcome. You said the student council, but it's basically just stupid Komomo-chan. Point taken. I suppose Nissan has always had a strong dislike for the stars for as long as I can remember. As for me, they are the best thing in the world. Yes, I quite know that. If I had a nickel for every single time I've heard you say that, I'll practically be a millionaire at this point. The problem is though, like, we have only got 3 more days until Tanabata. We just have to get permission for the rooftop by then. As members of the Astronomy Fan Circle, or of Astro Circle for short, we would certainly bring shame to its name if we couldn't manage that. I agree. Orihime and Hikoboshi are out there waiting for me. It's not too often you have a clear sky on Tanabata, and according to the weather forecast, we will be getting just that. I understand how you feel. I can't just let this chance slip by. I absolutely have to see the Magpie Bridge with my own 2 eyes, no matter what. Ah yes, magpies are said to be the birds that spread and lined up their wings to build a bridge in the Tanabata legend. Interesting. If I have to sit and play cards in the club room one more time, I'm seriously gonna go insane. Maybe we would change things up and play a Japanese card game next time. You're totally missing the point. When I look over to my side, I find myself passing in front of a school. The official name of the school is Hibarigasaki High School, though most people just call it Hibari High. It's rests partway in the hilly stretch of road that leads to the lookout. Back when I used to live here, I would always vaguely envision a future when I would be a student at this school, too, as I passed it on my way to the lookout. I was probably looking at all of those older kids much more mature and taller than myself at the time, with a bit of envy in my eyes. However, when we suddenly got word that we would be moving and subsequently left the town behind us, I quickly threw out that possibility. Yet never would I have guessed that a few years down the road, I would wind up back in the town and a student at that very school. So is he? So doesn't mean he's a student again? Kosama-chan, please, just say anything to sway her. Can't you use your sisterly want or whatever as persuasion? While I am a proud member of the circle, I am always on my sister's side, not less. You big fat traitor! Oh, I'm certain. Oh, I'm certainly nothing of the sort. I promise you that. After all, I'm also on your side, Osu-san. Then just do something to sway her already. Don't forget, I'm also on Nissan's side. But what the heck and what the heck are we supposed to do? It's a very good question indeed. Because take it seriously too, you know? One of the two then looked over in my direction. If I stare at them for too much longer, they'll naturally start getting suspicious vibes, so I'll promptly go back to my walking. What are you looking at? It appears there's a person over there climbing Yumiri Hill. Ah, sure, it's kinda weird. You don't see people going up there hardly at all. With it being a dead end up there at all. Wait, what? Do you suppose you could be tourists? You may have accidentally gone the wrong way or something else wrong? A dead end? Had I gone the wrong way? That can't be. I clearly remember the lookout being right up at this hill. The Hibarigasaki lookout that she would show me. There's just absolutely no way he will be in hell. There's absolutely no way in hell I've gotten the place mixed up here. What's wrong? Admittedly, my memories may have gotten blurry, but my memories of that place, at the very least, still remain bright and vividly clear. Ah crap, I gotta get going. Are you helping out at the cafe today? Yeah, I don't want to make my dad wait, so I better get going. Okay, see you tomorrow at school then. Asu-san. And I'm gonna see you, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow. I end this episode today, right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is so amazing. I love this game. I love those kind of games. I don't know, what about you? Do you like those kind of games? I would definitely like to know. I'm looking forward for more of those. I'm definitely gonna play it. I'm definitely gonna play it. Continue to play it. So excited for that. For that and a Clockwork Leyline. About that, I'm also excited. I hope you as well, ladies and gentlemen. It's so amazing. Well, thank you buddy so much for watching. If you liked it, like it, share it, subscribe to don't leave anything out, and as also remember, dreams come true, so what should I do? Just believe in you, and you're amazing ladies and gentlemen. Thank you buddy so much. See you tomorrow.